Howdy friends, and welcome to the first installment of Skylane Escapes, where you can join me in travels across this great nation in my Cessna 182 Skylane. I'm your host Josh, and today we're heading to Southwest Texas to Big Bend Ranch State Park for some backpacking in the desert. Our journey begins at Dallas Executive Airport on a chilly January morning. My engine's been warmed up and tanks are topped off with fuel for the 412-mile journey southwest. The METAR shows temperatures just above freezing with winds out of the north and an overcast layer of clouds at 2,000 feet. Some light icing was picked up during climb out when departure control had the aircraft level off within the cloud layer. The request for hire was promptly agreed to, and the little ice accumulation that was gathered was quickly melting away in the sunshine. My Skylane has about 6.5 hours of endurance with a 45-minute fuel reserve when operating an economy cruise. I'm expecting round-trip travel time to Big Bend to be right around 6.5 hours. And with no fuel available at Big Bend Airstrip, I'll likely need to make a stop, either coming or going, or I risk dipping into reserves. I had an extra cup of coffee this morning, so I opted to stop outbound in El Dorado, Texas, for some attractively priced 100 low-lead and a restroom break. Texas is a beautiful state with a very diverse landscape, and I love watching the terrain change shape and color as I travel south. The Big Bend Ranch State Park Airstrip is located about 1 mile east of the Sauceda Ranger Station along the main park road. The 5,500-foot asphalt runway is in good condition and offers several tie-down spots on the western edge, but be sure to bring your own tie-downs. If you do fly in for a visit, call the park office in advance to let them know you are coming. Rides from the airport to the Sauceda Ranger Station can be coordinated during normal operations. However, this service has been paused during the COVID-19 pandemic. With the aircraft safely secured, it's now time to strap on the backpack and start the 6.5-mile hike to the La Mota 2 campsite. La Mota Road is located less than 1 mile from the airport along the main park road, and this will take us all the way to the La Mota 2 campsite for tonight. This section of the hike is also accessible by high-clearance 4-wheel drive. Outhouse and camping facilities with water can be found at the Escondido Pens along La Mota Road. This is well appointed for those traveling with their horse. Afternoon temperatures can still get mildly warm this time of year, so be sure to wear layers that can be easily shed and bring plenty of water. The primitive campsite we are heading to has no electricity or water hookups. We're about halfway at this point, so I stop for an afternoon snack while taking in the views. Five and a half miles in, about another mile to go. And there's where we're heading, La Mota Mountain. The La Mota 2 campsite is situated at the northern edge of the state park and just east of La Mota Mountain. The primitive campsite is equipped with a sheltered picnic table and a fire ring situated next to a large boulder. It's time to start setting up camp and get a fire going. The sun should be setting soon and temperatures in the desert drop rapidly. Mountain House rice and chicken is on the menu for dinner. La Mota is Spanish for the weed, and while I won't be enjoying any reefer during the sunset tonight, I did pack 12 ounces of delicious bourbon barrel-aged stout from Roar & Sons Brewery in Fort Worth, Texas. After the sun goes down, you will be treated to some of the best stargazing you can find anywhere on the map. The Big Bend region of Texas is sparsely populated and light pollution is almost non-existent, creating excellent conditions for seeing the stars. With a long day of hiking and exploration ahead, I decide to turn in for the night. The temperature in the morning is below freezing. I decided against building a fire and instead hit the trails after enjoying breakfast and taking down camp. The trek today will be tougher, with just over 8 miles and 1,000 feet of elevation gain. Unlike the walk-in yesterday along a high-clearance road, today's journey will mostly be covered via hiking trails. The Leyva trailhead begins just south of the La Mota 1 campground, or you can take the Leyva Escondido Loop Trail around to the Cinco Tinajas. The Cinco Tinajas is a collection of 5 water-filled rock basins that typically hold water year-round, which helps sustain life in the predominantly dry desert. Don't forget to take time to stop and turn around to take in the views of where you've come from. From here I can see La Mota Mountain, where I started my hike this morning. On the north side of Leyva Creek, you can find a short trail to an archaeological site featuring prehistoric pictographs on the side of a boulder. It appears that the boulder itself may have once been used as a shelter. Close to the southern trailhead, you can find a quarter-mile out-and-back detour to the Cinco Tinajas Overlook Trail. From here, you can enjoy 365-degree views of the park. The Cinco Tinajas trailhead is on the main park road about 1.5 miles west of the Sauceda Ranger Station. Sauceda offers bunkhouse accommodations as well as a number of freestanding houses for visitors. In between Sauceda and the airport, you can find the Leyva campgrounds. This is the most popular campsite option for pilots due to its close proximity to the airstrip. There is no cell service in the park, so I'll have to pick up ADSB weather for flight planning once the aircraft is powered up. The 412-mile return trip to Dallas should take me about 3 hours thanks to a slight tailwind. Weather is VFR at origin and destination, although there will be some low-level overcast clouds most of the trip en route. Before heading back home, I retraced my hiking trail in the airplane. What took a couple of hours to traverse by foot only took a couple of minutes by plane. I circled around La Mota Mountain for one last view of where I'd camped the night before pointing the aircraft towards home. After an uneventful flight home, I'm back in Dallas. The aircraft is secured in the hangar where she'll stay until I see you next time. Thanks for watching.